know it can be done on wheels. Man. I'm Rebecca Arbona. Oh, the mic. Good. I'm loud enough, I think. I'm Rebecca Arbona. I'm the president of Tapestry Strategy. We're a brand strategy and naming firm. I'm also on the board of UpTech, and I've mentored with all of these companies. Can we take a minute to talk about the 4 that have gone already? What great jobs, you guys! You were awesome. I'm up here to introduce, obviously, the last one, Weeve. I was very honored and touched when the guys asked me to present. And they didn't tell me why they asked me to introduce them, but I think I know. I think they asked me because they know how much I believe in them. I believe in all of you. But I'm really excited about Weeve for 3 reasons that I want to share with you. The first, the obvious one, what you're always looking at with a startup, they have a great idea, right? You're going to be hearing tonight about this emotional understanding chatbot, first in the world. It's a really great idea. And the potential for this idea to help companies with these really pressing problems around engagement and morale and turnover, I mean, this is huge. This has a lot of impact. But the second thing that I'm really excited about with Weeve that's super important is that the time is right for their idea. We've all seen really great ideas that, yes, you're thinking Apple Newton. I can hear you thinking it. You're thinking it so loud. Great ideas that don't succeed because they're just not aligning with the culture. And what I love about Weeve is that the technology around chatbots and all of the amazing AI magic that's in there that I don't understand, but they do, the technological readiness is really married in this case with cultural receptivity. Even a year or 2 ago, people weren't as willing to talk, to confide even, I would say, with the chatbot as they are now. So the ground is really ready for their idea. The third reason that I'm really excited about Weeve, there's a lot of people talking about startups that will even say that this is the most important thing. More important than the idea is the team. Omar and Vivek and Sagar, where's Sagar? Sagar are an amazing team. They're 3 really smart guys. They have great training and great preparation, great experience. They met as consultants at Deloitte. So you know that, they've got some decent stuff behind them. They learned a thing or 2. But they saw in their work with their clients, they saw these problems. Really diverse clients in different industries were facing these kinds of terrible turnover and morale and engagement issues. And they've been working on this idea to try to address it for a long time. And when I've worked with them, I see how they work together. Their teamwork, their collaboration, their mutual respect, their efficiency. They're not in each other's laps. Everybody has a job to do. They work so well together. And with such, what were the things Casey talked about? Purpose, passion, and urgency. I wrote it down and it worked. I remembered it. When he said that, I thought, well, yeah, that's what we're talking about with Weeve. And so, I'm so pleased and so excited, and I have so much belief. Vivek Mehta with Weeve. Oh, no.
Awesome. Thanks, Rebecca. That was amazing. Hi, I'm Vivek. I'm the CEO of Weeve. We give businesses a better way to understand and act on employee feedback. The average cost to replace an employee that makes $100K is $213,000. And turnover like this is becoming more and more common. There's a changing technology landscape, a younger, more millennial workforce, and less loyalty between employees and companies. The end result is that turnover is the highest that it's been in 10 years. My co-founders and I are ex-Deloitte consultants, but we didn't quit our jobs, we quit our boss. And we're not alone. 75% of people that leave do so because their managers aren't being responsive to their issues and needs. Managers want to have happy and successful teams, and they're trying to understand their team's issues, but current tools are letting them down. Every employee feedback tool today is a survey, and frankly, surveys suck. People hate taking them, so they don't. And most critically, surveys miss the elephant in the room. People don't think about their workplace issues on a 1 through 5 scale. Surveys ignore real human emotion, meaning that they ignore real insight. The current issue to action timeline for a survey is 1.5 years. About 1 year for a survey to happen, another 6 months before anything is done about it. That means that there are massive periods of time where employee voices are not heard, let alone their issues being reacted to. This creates a disconnect between employees and management, which results in turnover. So we created Weeve, the first empathetic employee feedback platform that removes the disconnect between employees and management. Weeve takes that 1.5 years and we bring it down to 2 weeks. Every other week, we have conversations with employees to understand their issues. We analyze the conversations and surface the insights to managers. Managers take action, and then we broadcast that out to the team. So let's take a closer look. Kim is our AI chatbot that gives a voice to employees. She surfaces in every major communications channel and is built on an emotional understanding framework that allows her to have organic conversation and get to true feedback. In fact, we've seen that employees are not only willing to speak with Kim, they actually really want to do so because everyone needs that outlet to express their workplace issues. And Kim can provide that by giving a unique combination of anonymity plus empathy that gets to real feedback. In fact, the CEO of one of our pilot companies has said that chatting with Kim is a gift for employees. So let's jump into a real conversation. Kim reaches out to an employee and says, "Hey Jan, how's your day going?" She always starts with this general sort of question to let employees drive the tone of the conversation. Jan says, "Great. Glad to hear that." Now Kim wants to check in and see if it's the right time to ask a couple of questions. We always check if it's the right time because if employees have to answer questions when they don't want to, those answers are very, very different. So Jan says, "Sure, what's up? Do you feel like you have the information needed to perform your job effectively?" "Not at all." So Kim empathizes, "Sorry to hear you feel that way. Can you tell me more?" She wants to dive in. "I'm supposed to be using Tableau, but no one showed me how it works. I have no idea. I waste my whole week trying to figure it out." Kim says she's going to take a note of it, pass that along anonymously, and ask if there's anything else that Jan wants to share. In this case, no, and that's the end of the conversation. So a typical conversation could take a couple more questions than this, but it'll always take less than 2 minutes of a user's time. As you can imagine, at the end of the day, we have a ton of conversation data. The true power of Weeve is that we're able to filter this chaos into the most actionable pieces of feedback. Not only answering the questions that managers have, but also uncovering issues that they had no idea existed. The results for a survey typically look like this. It's a single data point, and that data point is helpful. But Weeve takes that and blows it out into a full story, telling you not only what your employees are thinking, but how they feel about it. And we bubble up the most actionable pieces of feedback. Managers can then respond to that feedback directly within the tool, and Kim will broadcast that to the team, letting them know what issue was raised and what's the solution that's come as a result of it. This creates a cycle where employees know that their voice is being heard, so they continue to provide feedback in the future, and managers continue to provide solutions. This results in strong relationships between managers and employees, and teams that don't want to quit. 5 years ago, it would not have been possible for a product like ours to enter this space. Talking to chatbots is something people are uncomfortable with, and frankly, the technology just was not there. But today, people talk to bots every day in retail and support and service applications, and the time has come to bring that technology into the employee feedback space. The employee feedback market is big. It's $15.3 billion and growing fast. It's projected to have a 15% year-over-year growth for the next 10 years. Our serviceable market consists of companies that face the highest costs from employee turnover. These are businesses with less than 10,000 employees with really high people cost, typically in the white-collar sectors. Our projected market share is $312 million, and this is based off of the share that our closest competitors in this space have. To date, we have built and launched our MVP. We've conducted 3 paid pilots and gotten great results, and we've built up a sales pipeline of 50,000 employees. To put that in context, signing 5,000 employees gets us to a break even, signing 20,000 gets us to $1 million in annual revenue. My team and I are ex-consultants, and our experience is in building large enterprise-scale applications serving millions of users. We've had the opportunity to work with clients of every size and in every industry, and we've seen the patterns of turnover in corporate America. We were the employees that didn't have an avenue to voice our issues. And later, we were the managers and team leads that didn't have the tools to understand their teams. This cycle creates people that fall through the cracks, and that made us really passionate about wanting to remove the disconnect between employees and management. Our combination of passion for this issue and our experience weaves together to make us the right team. We are Weeve. Don't take another survey. Have a chat. Thank you.